Ahoy dalmatians, and welcome back to Avowed, with probably the last or the second last part of the game. We are finally at the garden. And now is the point of no return, so let's jump straight into it and see.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. And now, without solace, there's no reason for me to ever come back.
The ones deserve a new beginning.
Feels more like an ending to me, but as you say.
Please, be honest with us, Marius. Are you going to be alright?
I'll be fine. It's not like I have any more childhood homes that can be destroyed.
Solace is gone, but its people aren't. You're still here, and we're still with you. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Time of change and strife, we felt this discord in the island itself. Maybe curing the dream scourge will cure the island's insanity. The living lands could be at war by the time we leave the garden. Don't remind me I didn't sign up for this. Living lands could be at war by the time we leave the garden.
Sweet of you to think the fighting will wait that long.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
I don't relish having our very souls peeled down to the core, one fleeting memory at a time. They have a right to be worried about certain death.
Death is always certain. It's only a question of timing. I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares,
Oh shoot.
their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
Pinch the bridge of your nose, that's great. Thank you, Yatsley.
Anytime, darling.
Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal, set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
Yep, they deserve their freedom.
Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
There has to be a right or wrong, otherwise what are we doing?
Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Does anyone feel like turning back? This may take a while.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsley, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Wipe a tear from the corner of your eye? Yeah, no. Alright then, we're in this together.
Fair weather or foul?
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Bye, Weasel. Take good
Let's
care.
go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Hi, Ricky. How are you? Can somebody please give Ricky the points back? I guess the stream alerts is down right now.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began. And where it all ends. For so long, I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Why am I so anxious?
Maybe you see this as a turning point in your career.
That's certainly true. No Animancer has ever set foot in the garden before. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Cross the pose and mention.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
Why must we do anything?
Animancers don't ask why. We ask how. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
Thank you, Vexter. You get to decide what to do with your life. The past has no say in the matter.
I'll try to remember that. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it. Who could rest at a time like this?
One of those games to have a complete loyal companion to back out of the final mission, and then in the final mission he's like, nah, thanks.
Can't be easy to see it fall.
That's...
So Marius is, in my opinion, done. I need to take Yatsley with me if we have anything related to illusion. Yeah, I agree, Noob. I also think that this wasn't like the best dialogue they could have done here. It was a little bit flat. Increases damage with 200 melee, no. Okay, let's go more with a charge, maybe, huh? Time a perfect block against a melee attack to knock the enemy back and gain an immediate counter attack. Melee weapons block arrows. The essence fragments dropped by defeated enemies restore 2 times as much as essence. Okay, that's good though. Yeah. It's too much. I would follow you anywhere, but not there. I'm out. Peace! You need the voices, but the character's just too stiff. Yeah. Multitasking? Yeah, the cat is very cute. True, true, true. She's a real gem.
Wonder if Yahtzee brought her ladder.
That's convenient.
Somebody wants us to be here, huh? This will be very interesting now. I'm so excited to play more. Last two God of War very immaculate writing. I think the last story that really completely blew my mind. Oh, that's a very good question. I have no idea. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Because I did not think that Cyberpunk only has, let's say, less than perfect
Is he really?
options.
I get the feeling actually.
Almost fell down. Like the bear. I almost fell down.
They won't get past me!
I think God of War is mid at best. I mean, I really enjoyed God of War. But it definitely is a game that you have to like. It's a lot of hack and slay, right? And that's just something people have to like or don't like. Oh, I there I would disagree. I did not think that Aedyr was the god of the giants. Feel too afraid to complete the Panem quest line? You don't have to. Why would you be afraid of that?
I think this is the only way down. After you.
Don't look down.
She's feeling scary and she's so cool. Well, there's where we would be disagreeing. I gotta say it, I did not like Panem. How dare I? How dare I know.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
There's something beautiful amidst the chaos.
And you've got to enjoy it where you can find it. Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
It's grown around Sapadal like a cocoon and reflects the beauty, the danger, and the fractured nature.
Let's hope they don't have any nightmares while we're here. Judging from their outbursts at Mount Forja and Nakukubel, they're skewing towards the danger in that mix.
Sabat and I talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better. Evola told before their imprisonment. Since then, they've unleashed the Dream Scourge. Yeah.
Exactly. And what are the odds that centuries of imprisonment have improved their temper? Setting them free means gambling with the lives of everyone in the Living Lands. It's not worth it, but it's not my call. And I don't envy you having to deal with a loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place.
Dealing with Sapadal won't diffuse the political tensions in the Living Lands.
Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you.
The Stiga Road is behind worst of it. They don't represent Aedyr to me.
A lot of people aren't going to make that distinction. Especially when your ambassador Heelguard hosted Ludwine in Paradise for as long as her assistance was convenient. You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in Paradise.
I see your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. You helped Ludwine destroy Nakukubel, and while most people don't give a tarnished skate for godless ruins, they'll see that as a powerful demonstration of siege weaponry.
Again, Stiga Road.
Again, people won't see a difference, not when your groups have been working so closely. And then there's Solace, the oldest continuously inhabited stronghold in the Living Lands, the pride of the Pargrunen, now reduced to ash and rubble.
Oh, come on! Half of them wanted to leave!
Yep. And the other half will have stories about how the Steel Garrote and the sudden arrival of the Aedyran envoy hastened their
Now
exodus.
that he kind of repeats it, it doesn't look
Fairly
that good
or
anymore.
not, a lot of blame's gonna be laid at Aedyr's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Heelguard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
The tensions are high and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
The people of Living Lands deserve freedom.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. I lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Thanks, Kai.
Anytime. Good night, envoy.
I was hoping you would romance the girl Sandra, the one you saved at the start of the game, because you romance people from different subcultures, but not one from Corporal. Sandra Dorset.
The higher-ups with fancy hats
I get
were
that.
looking for it, but that was all above my rank.
There was also talk of a broken machine, a device.
Envoy, what do you need?
But yeah, I would agree that the
Dreams.
content about Corporal is pretty
There was also talk of a broken machine.
blunt. Not a lot. Hi, Tom. How are you?
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
Hi, Mi'kmaq again. I had to rest. This place is exhausting in a way I can't describe.
Your soul is small. The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure, darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder.
Actually, Sappadal, I've got a question for you.
We did not foresee this.
I indulge your curiosity, you can indulge mine.
An equal trade. We accept.
We talked about sleeping at this angle. What would you do if you weren't imprisoned?
The sky is green. The fish breathes air. We can no longer imagine.
Take your time.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
Nomads. Noob nomads. Hi Onion, how are you? And what would you do if people wronged you?
We must remember. Yes, new blooms from pruned growth. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
That doesn't sound very peaceful.
We spoke of growth.
No, you definitely said something just now.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Boudica is here.
I see the disciple has found her way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
The essence is persistent, Queen. I underestimated your will. You and the Guardian?
I am everywhere my tools have mouths to speak.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
You don't have to understand something to believe in it.
Then you are a fool and a pawn. I expected nothing less. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
I knew it!
You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
Admitted you felt threatened by a god you couldn't control.
Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order prevails. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
No wonder the souls of this land cry out.
They were defiant to the end. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
That is very important right now, by the way, because this means that Sappadal didn't kill them. You massacred them.
A regrettable consequence of a necessary war.
You're only able to call it necessary because you won.
History followed the course of law because I ensured it.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Aedyr is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
It's not your order, that doesn't mean it's anarchy.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
No. Get out of the garden now, I'll never work with you.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire.
I don't have an oath to
Let
you.
this be a lesson to you.
Hi Kuma, how are you? Sabado seems
Understood
fractured in some
Mordeka's
way.
appeal.
Yep.
Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the goddess's fate from their killer.
Hi Ulf, how are you? Trying to decide who to massacre again? Exactly. That's what we're trying to do here. How you doing, Ulf?
It's easy when you do it.
Just get on with the D&D game with some friends. Oh, that sounds nice. Hope it was loads of fun.
That's one for us.
Unlock the sarcophagus key. So, yes, love that. Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, make yourself comfortable. I really hope you guys enjoy the stream. How are you? Follows here are anonymous, but if you want to speak, come and chat and say hi. Oh, I wonder where the key is, though. Thanks for the stay hydrated, Wolf. Don't forget to drink, everybody. Cheers! Yeah, I also played the Corpo. I played Corpo, Street Kid, and Nomad. And I say it, I like Corpo the most. Very unpopular opinion, though.
I liked them better when they were dead.
Take your best shot.
was scary.
One for you!
Are you fighting with the fire and ice sword combo? I am. Yep. Never finished your corpo run. I finished all my playthroughs of Cyberpunk 2077. But I do have to say Cyberpunk 2077 is my favorite game. Hands down.
What is that? I know that place, right? Well, that
Didn't have a game that was able to intrigue me the way that this game did for a very long time. Okay, so hallucinations. Wonderful.
Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Take your time, Maris. This is probably important.
Please, Viate. This is where you need to be right now.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
There's something unresolved here, something else you need to understand.
Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Mary Scott has closure. Are you looking for closure too?
I have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed day poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome. Do grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, make yourself comfortable. I really hope you enjoy the stream. How are you? Follows, you are anonymous, but if you want to speak up in chat and say hi. Hi Costa, how are you? Yeah, no, Space Council really plays Cyberpunk. Bianco was not a responsibility, Maris. Finding a reason to live was this burden to carry. You dealt with Razvan, that has to count for something. You do that by living the best you can for the rest of your life, yeah.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
It's between you and your friend, Marius.
They're right, Viate. This lava flows directly between us.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
It's good to see you two together. I can tell you love each other very much.
More like tolerate, in my case, but... right.
See what I put up with, Envoy? Still wonder why I left Solace?
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Rest well, Yanko.
Well, it was... good to see you, Via. What just happened? Sorry, Envoy.
Hi, Blackheart. How are you?
Let's talk about it back at camp.
Yes, you got it right, Costa. That's exactly where the name is coming from. Yes, yes, yes.
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
And saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
You can talk to us, Marius. That is, if you think talking will help.
Well, obviously it wasn't my favorite thing, but...
See a very little bit in the movies. Yes, but I think that, to be quite blunt, that this is quite good. Because when you first are watching it, you have no idea that this is what the outcome will be. Do you know what I mean? Like, it gives a great plot twist. But he actually has a wonderful, wonderful story behind it, and I kind of like really resonated with her. That makes sense somehow. Oh, we're back at camp.
Walk like a talk.
Cool. I want characters like that on screen more. Yeah, I know what you want. I know what you mean. I get it. What in the Hogwarts secret passage is this place? Where's the Erzling? Oh, there.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
Did it give you any peace to see your childhood friend again?
I think it did. He really did seem at peace, right? I imagine most encounters with dead old friends don't, go so well. I owe a lot of that to you, Envoy. You helped me be someone who could handle Sokka like that. Thank you.
Hi, Tsura.
I
How are
will
you?
say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
The world is strange, Marius. That's one of the things I like best about it.
You're in a good place, then. Strange seems to follow you like dust gnats. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another. I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink.
Got it.
Anyway.
The other villain in the Navy is really boring. Oh, but in my opinion, he wasn't ever meant to be like a real, villain. Okay, Andra. Yes. Okay, we could upgrade more, but I don't know if we want that. Because I think I'm saving up for Andra's
I'm
orphans.
trying to remember the academic term for something. Let's try.
Good. Yeah, so I don't think the Navy guy ever was supposed to be like a villain. I think he's more like a dude. It's there. Wait, where did I? Oh, I always forget that I need to get up, not down. Wait. Yudo's there. I mean, he did have kind of like a redemption arc. That's why I'm saying he's not really a villain. It's not for me. Oh, that was very close. Okay.
I'd give half my rations to see just one little mundane scrap fly.
Wilderness Public Enemy #1. Yeah, that's Davy Jones. In the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Stay on your toes.
I don't know how to dodge that. The question is, can you even dodge that? You can maybe only target him when he does that. Guys, I think this will be my death. Because I don't know how to dodge the blue shitty thing there.
Right flank!
Yep.
This one's mine! I got it. Let's see what you got.
Okay, you got booty. Swear it hurts him the most. Booty, booty, booty. Good thing I froze him there. They are not easy to fight against. They are tough fuckers.
Everyone okay?
Thing is straight out of Pan's Labyrinth. True, it does look very similar, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think I would give
Isn't that
Barbossa.
Thomas
Are you seeing this too? No. No, no. This can't be.
A lawful evil. What am I supposed to see? Why are we right now so flabbergasted? What am I missing?
This place is cruel. Let's find your god, envoy. I've sailed halfway across the world. I've never seen anything like this. Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine.
Why do you contend in this place to trap a god's soul? Is this the snare you saw response to?
Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
This is the memory unchained from a moment every time that it was or might have been.
Then how come they look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
You remember the version of him that was tied to your guild?
I did. Sounds downright selfish of me when you put it that way. But this Tama's more than that. All his moments at once, joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
And so are you.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. Now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down.
There's a difference between letting go and running away.
Better than I could have said it. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Okay, so all of them will get their little stories now, one after one, huh? Whatever they're fighting.
That's done.
I don't really understand why I was able to do that now. Just the follower, never the leader. Let it be. 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 Why do I have the feeling we are meant to see something here? Yes, got it. Good thing I have Yatsley with me. Wayfinder. Ah, stun. Okay. Okay, perfect. Then let's continue. Spooters!
All you got!
Think of somebody lawful evil. It's Ludwig. From this game here. Okay. Oh, cute little animals.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? Can't we take a closer look? Please? What is the meaning of this?
First the chest. Nice.
It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
Sabadell is straddling our memories again, looking for ways to reach out to us. It's your family's lab all over again. I've seen plans, a lot of them looking at us. It's your family's lab all over again.
But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
Sabadell wants us to find this. The only question is why.
They have a sick sense of humor. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sabadell, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Talk to them, Gietta.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sabadell answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sabadell speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
You're saying Sabadell was responsible for the lab accident?
No. This can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sabadell wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sabadell does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sabadell destroyed my family.
I'm so sorry, I had no idea about any of this.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sabadell responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
Think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
What are these things?
We are companions, toys, diversions. Sabadell fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sabadell's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
Not to be pedantic, but that was 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapodal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
They deserve forgiveness. What happened to your parents was a mistake.
Was it a mistake? Because no matter where we go, the gods can't stop themselves from hurting us. Our lives are a game to them. Damn it. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Sapodal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
What will happen to you?
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapodal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Nurtured or neglected, every garden dies in time. We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
Rest well.
Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I also
We need to
think
talk
the
about this, but not here.
dialogue
This
change
feels
came a little
like
bit too
one of
quickly.
those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
Sometimes that's a little bit a problem, that the tone changes and dialogue changes go a little bit too quickly. Okay, so it always leads me back to camp whenever I had an encounter. Now I'm only missing Yatzli's encounter. Okay.
Hey, Gia.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapodal's.
Does knowing that help?
That's what I keep asking myself. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Now you're unburdened and free.
I suppose I have been all this time. I just never realized it. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
I wonder if Sapada will be willing to assist you.
They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
Hi Sass, hi Dan, how are you? Leave the past behind, you don't need animancy to find meaning in life.
You're right. I know you're right, but it's easier said than
Still
done.
not a fan of it.
I am the daughter of proud animancers. Who am I to deprive the community of my wisdom and experience?
You are Giata Castel and your own responsibilities to yourself.
An Aedyran with no sense of civic duty? Now I've seen it all.
Animancy is an affront to nature, exactly.
Without animancy, without my ambition, I don't even know who I am. But maybe that's a good thing. Either way, I can't wait to find out. The Living Lands is nothing if not a place of self-discovery. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
Leaving your life behind is terrifying. But if anyone can survive it...
See all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
How will I get there? Maybe later? So close to the end, I know. are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Feels more like a first-person Dragon Age musician than a Skyrim to me. I don't really know with what I would compare the game, if I would compare it at all. So it wants me to go up here, right? I know how to do that, but first off, let's check out everything here. I also want to know how I get up there. Where is Beardsley? Aww, look at little goatee. Oh, ancient memory.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before.
The air is alive. I've never felt essence like this. How long have you been imprisoned exactly?
The sun rises and sets. Time is mud. When were you born? When were we? We cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Sinakis in this place. We cannot see through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
How do you stand and no one to talk to, no one to visit you?
The deer, the owls in our trunk, they took it all away.
Why don't you tell me what really happened?
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Did they emerge from the sea?
We had no time to speculate. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
Was there really no way to stop them?
How could we fight what we did not understand? A sword slashing darkness. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
Were they trying to sever the godless connection to you?
Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they track the stars? Then, they turned to what the Aedyr had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
Burning books and raising art, this is always how it begins.
A mouth silenced, a record of time rendered in ruins. The Aedyr howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
You heard the very godless you were trying to protect, didn't you?
Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? The needle struck. In raised machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
Time stopped, didn't it? It happened when I died too.
Not death. Worse. A void. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun. Lay in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
I can't imagine the pain of losing the godless.
Their cries. Swords in our heart. A severed limb. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
What would you do if I would never come here, if I would be born someone else?
A chill wind. Our branches shudder. We do not think of this. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison, we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
Remorse is a sign that your time here has been good for you.
Fish swims in circles. We are not sure we understand.
Would you have felt this way centuries ago when your wounds were fresh? Have you thought about your mistakes? Would you make them again?
We cannot choose where seeds fall. Yet we can feed, prune, protect. The soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Hi Silver, hi Jenkins, how you doing? And bye Dan, take care. Your health constantly regenerates when below 50%. That's so strong!
Well, if you insist.
Fuck.
say! I can't! That's more like it!
On your left, kid.
Your arm's too weak here.
Vasan Sude!
Nothing stops me! Left leg! Next.
There we go.
Let's see what you got.
Isak Sabu! Nihaise!
In there.
What's the target? Over here! Nice!
Okay. Still wondering how I get up there though. Okay, cool. Maybe later? The goat just chilling there, yeah. This looks like a camp, so I guess we'll just get there later. I'm really not sure. There also don't seem a way for us to get up there. So I might just say that that will later happen. I hope. We're still missing Yatsley. Oh. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, right. I think it's also really cool that you can freeze the water with the sword. That the sword you used since the beginning. The right one, yes. The left one, no. The left one we just got not that long ago.
Unseen, unheard.
You concentrate on each other, okay? My god.
Come and get me!
Masan Sude!
Wonderful.
That's one for us.
Will that be Yatsley?
This place feels
Yeah.
familiar. Hurry, let's go inside.
Okay, then let's do Yatsley.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Oh, somebody pinch me.
Yeah, it's do Yatsley last, and then we'll do a shortcut,
Sad and familiar.
and then afterwards we will finish the game. Tablet that looks relatively new and half-finished. There are some diagrams that imply the unintelligible text is about a ritual of some kind, but without being able to read Aedyr, that's all that can be gleaned.
This looks like the Aedyr building this place. Garlowain's gonads. Envoy? I never told you this, but
Oh, you did.
I've dreamed of this place every night for most of my life. This is a godless library. An actual, real-life godless library. It's why I study the godless, because this place has haunted me since I was a child. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
This place is steeped in fear and death. Let us be about our business quickly. I don't know if I would call this place cozy.
It's plush and warm, Envoy. What more do you want? Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are
What do they mean
ancestor?
that look
A
like
very
twins?
fashionable
They
one at
look
that.
completely different except
No,
for the hair
child. We are the keeper of these
and
tablets.
the voice.
Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I was the last of the Aedyr. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
Clearly not a Vodican then.
No. For some reason, Wodican beliefs didn't really take off here, Envoy. But how did the magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
The screams of the dying are a symphony that reminds us there was once life. The quiet is far more oppressive. I admire your resolve to kill yourself before the gods could.
It really speaks to her dedication. Our dedication. Yatsley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Aedyr, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yatsley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yatsley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Aedyr will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
It's your life, your decision. I'm not... No.
Ugh, you're no help at all. Please. I ask for your opinion because I want it. Tell me, what do you think?
I don't want to influence your decision. The thing is, we could... Fiora still needs you. I'm like, nah, no. But Ringrim? For me, it's Red No Ringrim or Librarian, so...
Glad to know I can always count on you, Envoy. A chosen of Sapadal. Yet you do not stand with your people. How disappointing. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rites. And oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatsley alive. She is the last hope of the Aedyr. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Complete all companions' moments in the garden. Okay. So... Then, just as I said... And before we go over that bridge here, let's save here. I will not be going offline. We will finish the game today. But I will take a short break. And after the break, I'm pretty certain that then we will really finish Avowed now. So to everybody who is currently watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's part of Avowed. And if you guys would like to, we really do see each other now on the finale of Avowed. Bye bye!